You're watching RESTTV, Wumula.
A very good afternoon to you, our dear viewers. Thank you for staying tuned on RESTTV. I am Jackie Lingla, ready to give you what is happening in the country. Apparently, swearing in ceremonies are still ongoing, where today we will be seeing some other political officials or leaders that we have in the country swearing in, especially for the councillors and also the division mayor. I'll be giving you details of that story. Good afternoon. As the political season within the country is at its peak, we have the division. We had the division mayor for Kampala, the swearing in, that is Salimu Uhuru, and also a number of councillors that saw into the morning. We had details of that story.
Senator Sadat solemnly affirm that I shall give faithful service to this council and shall support and uphold the Constitution of the Republic as by the law established. So help me God.
I, Maureen Tumusime Kabananura, swear in the name of Almighty God that I shall give faithful service to this council and shall support and uphold the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda as by the law established. So help me God.
In the name of the Almighty God, that I shall give faithful service to this council and shall support and uphold the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda as by law established. So help me God. I, Katawera Eliezer Balwaini, swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of Uganda, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. So help me God.
Now, that is exactly what transpired during the swearing-in ceremony with our team on ground. And of course, still the councillors that were swearing in gave their mandate and emphasized that they will definitely improve service delivery compared to the previous regime.
Kamocha, the problems we are having, we have the drainage problem and rubbish. Rubbish is also another problem. But we at first, everything we wanted, we are coming here at the district, at City Hall. But now they have given us back power. Since they have given us back power, we are going to sit with the mayor, with other councillors, and we do what we are supposed to do. Instead, we are not going to, some people they think that because some of the councillors they are for NUP, others for NRM, that we are going to fight with them. No, I'm an NRM, but politics is over. Now, it's time to work for our people. We are going to sit with everybody, and we see that those people who voted us, they don't regret.
Swearing in, it's time to work. It's time to work. There are so many things in council that our job as councillors is to bridge the gap between KCCA, that is the government, no muntu wa bulijjo, that is our people that we represent. For example, in our gender department, there's so much money that the government allocates for the people to benefit, communities to benefit. So those are some of the things that we have to bring down to the people, to the village level, to see that they are aware of all this. We have the probation office. We have the agriculture NADS department. So there is so much that people don't know, and it's our job to make sure that people are aware of all that happens in KCCA.
Still, in addition, the Kampala Division Mayor Salim Uhuru, upon his new office, he has promised for cleaner Kampala, and also that he will be putting more emphasis on road infrastructure and also the drainage system, so that we can have a better city.
Banyabo badde tusaba tukakkane tusobole otambuza omukolo n'olunaku lwa leero. Clerk to council. Clerk to council.
I, Salim Stad Uhuru, swear in the name of Allah that I will give faithful service to this council and that I shall protect and uphold the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, so help me God. I, Salim Stad Uhuru, affirm that I shall be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of Uganda, and that I shall preserve, protect, defend the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, so help me Allah.
Change on that, and I pray upon the NRM government to render services to all our people without discrimination, and I'm sure that is what we are going to do. I'm going to follow the NRM manifesto. There's no plan B on that. Roads, there's a problem of roads, there's a problem of health centers. So me as Salim Uhuru, I'll be going to those centers for treatment. I'll not be going to those 5-star hospitals. I'll be like any other person to see services are rendered to the community. They themselves voted for Uhuru. The FDC voted for Uhuru. The DP voted for Uhuru as a person because they knew he's somebody who is going to render service to everybody. So I don't think I'll have any challenge in council.
Of the general public towards adhering to the COVID-19 preventive guidelines stated by Ministry of Health. Today, the Ministry of Health, together with donor funders, have donated or procured. They have procured GenExpert multiplexing machines that are to help quick testing and also detection of multiple illnesses or diseases that include COVID-19, TB, HPV, malaria, Ebola, and among others. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, Dr. Diana Twine, while addressing the media at the Health Ministry headquarters, has handed over these machines to the health officials.
I want to appreciate the support that we have received from Global Fund, and this time around we got 16 module GenExpert machines and laboratory reagents, and also, as you heard from the Commissioner, we received also some reagents from World Bank to boost the laboratory services in the management of COVID patients, but also other diseases. To test tuberculosis in real time. Before we used to culture and it would take months, weeks and weeks. But now you are able to instantly able to diagnose TB immediately using these machines. We are able to test HIV, viral load. Viral load, if you remember, those of you who have been in the lab, remember that those huge and voluminous machines that we used to use for viral load. But now these ones are very small. We are able to do early infant diagnosis, and this is a breakthrough because before we would transport the samples, and with time science has evolved, and we are now able to have point of care. We are able to have these small machines that we don't have to travel all the way to send the samples from so many places to come to the center. We are able to do hepatitis B, viral load as well. we're able to do human papillomavirus testing, hepatitis C vaccine, hepatitis C virus. We are also able to do the Ebola. If we got the cartridge for Ebola, we are able to use these gene expert machines to test Ebola. So these 7 gene expert machines, they have come at the time when we needed them.
Now, Chambogo University Vice Chancellor Professor Eli Katunguka has suspended physical learning and ordered for online learning following a spike in COVID-19 infections at the university. The university has registered 8 cases of COVID-19, with 6 being students and 2 administrative staff. He says in addition to the confirmed cases, many students have cough and flu, and yet many have refused to get tested, warning the situation could worsen. He therefore has now asked all deans and heads of department to engage students through open distance and e-learning to avoid a physical contact. This comes at a time when the Ministry of Health has confirmed 207 new cases of COVID-19 that is by yesterday, that is May 26th, and then of course pushing the cumulative number 2 confirmed cases, that is standing currently at 44,281 positive cases. And then for the health sector, it is still being boosted by various stakeholders, where today the director of Joint Medical Stores has donated 85 oxygen regulators and a number of masks to the regional referral hospitals.
We know that in order for these critical care ventilators to work well, they need to have oxygen regulators. So today we are happy and privileged to donate 85 oxygen regulators to the regional referral hospitals so that we can optimize the use of the critical care ventilators that were installed. These oxygen regulators we are donating are a specialized type, unlike the normal ones which are connected to one ventilator. These regulators can connect to 3 ventilators and therefore be able to support a bigger number of people. Also donating 8,000 N95 masks that we hope will also support the response. And this is in addition to the training that we provided after the installation for the about 600 staff that will be working in these ICUs. And we hope that this will, in our modest way, be able to contribute to the national response. So thank you very much.
Now, the Financial Intelligence Authority in Uganda has asked the Finance Ministry to devise a framework to regulate cryptocurrency operations in Uganda in order to protect Ugandans from fraudsters within the economy.
Uganda's Financial Intelligence Authority wants the government to come up with clear-cut crypto regulations. The FIA has asked the country's finance ministry to develop a legal framework for cryptocurrency regulations in Uganda. Sydney Asubo, executive director of the FIA, made the call during a meeting with stakeholders over the weekend. According to Asubo, the need for crypto regulations in Uganda has become of paramount importance given the non-compliance of industry participants to the agency's licensing requirements. Indeed, the FIA amended the country's anti-money laundering laws to include crypto exchanges and other virtual asset providers, or VASPs. However, the FIA director revealed that several VASPs continue to operate illegally, with only a few platforms electing to register with the AML watchdog. For Asubo, the FIA's inability to maintain strict oversight on crypto exchanges and VASPs in general was a blow to the agency's desire to regulate the country's cryptocurrency sector. Virtual asset service providers are now in Category 16 of the most vulnerable to terrorism financing and money laundering, Asubo added. Apart from money laundering risks, Asubo identified investment scams as another risk of the current lack of crypto regulations in Uganda. Sarah Kokozo, RESTTV News Updates.
In addition, the Financial Intelligence Authority authorities' call for cryptocurrency regulations in Uganda comes just after the global music star and investor Akon plans to build a crypto city in the country.
As previously reported by Cointelegraph, fraudsters have leveraged the current popularity of cryptocurrency to siphon money from unsuspecting victims via elaborate digital currency investment scams in Uganda. As previously reported by Cointelegraph, more than 5,000 victims of Dunamis coins, an alleged crypto scam, petitioned the government for a return of losses incurred by investing in the purported Ponzi scheme. Indeed, the principal actors of the alleged $2.7 million Dunamis coin scam also stood trial mid crackdowns by the government against cryptocurrency Ponzi schemes back in early 2020. The fear's call for cryptocurrency regulations also comes as global music star Akon is said to build a crypto city in Uganda. Akon received approval from the government in April for a 1-mile futuristic city powered by his Akon cryptocurrency.
You look at how Uganda has been promoted and how Ugandans have been promoted internationally, you would be scared to death to come to Uganda. All they tell you is about the time frame of Idi Amin and all the things that happened. They don't tell you about what I just saw. And I'm determined to expose that. So I want people to understand how beautiful Uganda is, and the best way to do it is to build my city here.
Sarah Kokozo, RESTTV News Updates.
Now, still, we are in the second wave of the COVID-19, where definitely health officials like Dr. Rosemary Bianyima has cited that regardless of the age bracket you are, you have to adhere to the standard operating procedures. We have a report showing you currently what the Mulago hospitals and Entebbe hospital referral, the situation is.
Tip is to cut out processed foods, and one of my favorite ways to just eat naturally and healthy and raw is to make juices. Now you can buy fresh pressed juice, but I actually like to make juice, so I'm using some carrots and apples and kale. You can use whatever you'd like. This is a great way to get your greens in. It's going to deliver vitamins and nutrients to your body, and it seriously tastes so good. You can't even taste the green. And smoothies are another great way to fuel and nourish your body. And what's awesome about smoothies and juices is that they're already blended up, so they give your digestive system a little bit of a break. That is replacing soda with tea or carbonated water, something to replace soda with, but you will feel immediate results in your body when you cut out soda. You're going to have a lot more energy. You're not going to be as tired. Your blood sugar levels are going to be a lot more stable. Overall, you're going to feel a lot better when you cut out soda. Grab a cute water bottle and drink half of your body weight in ounces per day. Now, if you really don't like water, you can try spicing up your water by adding lemon or frozen fruit to it, something to give it a little bit more of a taste. Really, really good. It's super refreshing and it adds a little bit of sweetness to your water. Oftentimes, we overlook our emotional health because we view healthy as a superficial idea, limiting it to how our bodies look. So write in your journal or take a bubble bath and start taking care of yourself from the inside out. The most important thing to remember when creating the habit of exercise is to do something you love to do. You simply will not be able to stick to a plan of exercise if you're doing something you don't enjoy. So figure out what you like. Do you like long walks, quick jogs, an upbeat spin class? Find what works for you and do what works for you.
That is exactly what we have for you in the news updates. I will not go further than that, but as I said before, unfortunately we could not give you the video in Mulago Hospital situation where there were 84 positive COVID-19 patients. Definitely the health officials are saying that make sure that you adhere to the standard operating procedures. COVID-19 is real and it kills regardless of the age bracket you're in, because most of these patients are actually teens, yet Ugandans were saying that young people do not get COVID. So make sure you stay safe, put on your mask a mask and also social distance. Stay tuned on RESTTV. We have other interesting programs. We have Katika at 5 p.m. We have Never Give Up at 8 p.m. and News Bulletin in Luganda at 7 p.m. and Midnight Cry at midnight. I am Jackie Lingla. Good afternoon.